Climate change is a race against time, but it is a race we can still win, and gender equality can help us speed things up. So, this year, the European Institute for Gender Equality, EIGE, looks at where green policies and the gender equality agenda need to meet. How can we accelerate the green transition by considering existing inequalities? How can the European Green Deal advance gender equality? And what steps do we need to take to achieve inclusive and socially fair green policies? In the spirit of our 3 steps forward approach, in the coming months, we will share evidence, recommendations and tools to help us all move forward. And we would like you to join the conversation and share your 3 steps forward for a green and gender equal Europe. Now, what are EIGE's steps? Step 1, we will provide evidence. In this year's Gender Equality Index, we will not only look at persisting gender gaps in various areas of life, including education, work and time, but we will also show the links between these inequalities and the green transition. Because existing inequalities mean that some people will be harder hit by climate change and potentially by the policies we put in place. We will also share updated information on the representation of women and men in decision-making roles in Green Deal related areas. Why? Because to address climate change, we need innovation. And for that, we need to bring diverse perspectives and skills to the table. But right now, women are still too often sidelined in decision-making and in other critical functions, like technology development. As I mentioned, we are in a race against time. We simply can't afford this. Step 2. EIGE will engage in conversations to find solutions. This fall, we will organize a series of events to ask tough questions, offer recommendations, and also share promising practices in 2 key areas of the Green Deal: energy and transport. Recently, when energy prices skyrocketed, according to a survey, nearly half of single mothers anticipated difficulties paying their bills in the next 3 months. Imagine you had to choose between heating and eating. How would you feel? Moving forward, we will all have to invest in climate change adaptation measures. Better heating, adding air conditioning and insulation. How do we make sure these investments are accessible and affordable for people who simply do not have the means? Interested to join? Have a look at our website and register. Let me now move to the last step, step 3. We are preparing know-how. EIGE will share specific tools and good practices to support policymakers in adding a gender perspective to their work. For example, when they draft policies, when they procure services, or when they prepare budgets. We are at a crucial moment. We can still turn the tides. We all stand to gain if we achieve an inclusive and socially fair green transition. But we also risk losing if we go off track. So, join us in taking 3 steps forward for a green and gender equal Europe. Let's speed things up. The time is now.